Hi, Justin.
Hey, Britta, how's it going?
Good, thank you. Could you take a moment to introduce yourself and what you teach at TCS?
Yeah, so I'm Justin Gunther. I'm teaching grade 6 science here at TCS, my first year here. And although I'm not completely new to NGSS, and I kind of knew the standards, I'm learning a lot about the cross-cutting concepts and the SEPs right now.
All right, and you're entering a unit. Can you tell us a little bit about phenomena and how you decided between all the phenomena that you were presented with in the curriculum materials that you received, how did you decide what would be the anchoring phenomena?
All right, so I'd received materials from several years back, all of which in their planning documents had phenomena already part of it. And when I went through their lessons and through the phenomena, for me at first there was a disconnect. I just didn't know how it would go from one part to the other part, and I needed to take the time to deconstruct what the unit was going to be about. So I started with looking directly at the power standards, and my unit right now is Earth Systems, focusing on ESS2, and so we're A, B, C, and D. We're looking at the different Earth cycles and Earth systems and how they interact. And so I started by brainstorming, look at what they are, brainstorming how they connect, and the different kind of cycles like the photosynthesis that relates to the water cycle, but also to the nitrogen and biocycle. And so I started just connecting them, how each one relates to each other. And then I started looking through some of the phenomena that previous teachers had posted, and also using some resources, for example, I Wonder, is that what it's called? I think the website and the NGSS site that has some phenomena already posted. So I started going through those to look for examples and see which one of them gave some explanation of it and others just showed some of it. And so I started sorting through the ones that gave explanations versus those that didn't, but showed it. And then from there, so that's how I kind of chose phenomena for different topics. And then I had to sequence it. So that was the hardest part. And I started looking for phenomena that included all of it. The one I ended up picking it's a supervolcano from Yellowstone. And the reason I chose it was, even though it very obviously showed ones that are related to the geosphere and explained some concepts for that, it mentioned a few things at the end of the video and in between that related to weather, the ash and how it goes up and affects the weather, and how it changes the form of the country over a while, how it changes where the rivers flow. And so it had mentioned those things just briefly, and those are details that we can then come back to later on. And so that's why I chose that as my anchoring phenomenon.
Awesome. So it sounds like your process starts with deeply understanding the power standards and really what needs to be taught. Then it has an element of inspiration and looking at all the possible phenomena out there that could relate to the scope of your unit. And then you chose that anchoring phenomena based on looking at what would be something that really could anchor it, but could sustain inquiry, be revisited, come back as your students learn more and more. Thanks for sharing your process.
And the other ones were ones that relate directly to the phenomena that I'll pull on later when I'll play probably both of them. So yeah, thanks. Great summary also. Thanks, Britta.
Thank you. Have a great day.